All right. This parent university is going to be on Ridgewood dual credit. So what is dual credit? Dual credit is a college course taken at the high school, taken by high school students for credit in both college and high school level. The benefits of that is it does reduce college costs, speeds up time for completion, facilitates the transition between high school and college, and offers opportunities to improve degree attainment for undeserving populations. At Ridgewood, we have 26 total dual credit courses within the school, and these dual credits are run through Triton College, Northeastern Illinois University, and next year we'll be adding Loyola University to our dual credit as well. So this is just a little bit of a sample of here are classes that we offer at Ridgewood that are also dual credit with Triton. So you can sort of see we have classes in all different areas, including math, science, English, PE, and then a lot of our electives as well are dual credit. And if you look on the left of these columns, this is the Ridgewood course name. And on the right are the courses that they align with. So these all align with Triton College. You can see this one down here aligns with Northeastern Illinois. And you'll also see that some of these will be represent one class. So the full year would represent one dual credit course, where some of these, like this is semester one is graphic arts, semester one is a dual credit, where semester two is a different dual credit. So they actually can get 2 dual credit classes in the whole year with those. We do have 3 dual credit freshman courses. I don't know of any other schools that offer dual credit at the freshman level like Ridgewood does, but we actually have 3 different ones. So our Project Lead the Way, Physics and Engineering, which all freshmen take, our Physical Education courses, which all freshmen take as well, and then our Intro to Computer Programming, which all freshmen take a semester of. So it's a semester course. They'll either take it first semester or second semester. Now, we have what we call dual credit qualifying courses. And this is why it's important to really know what our dual credit options are when you come here as a freshman, to make sure you qualify for these courses, because not every student will qualify for these. Like I showed you those freshman courses a second ago, all freshmen will be able to get into those courses, where with the math and English, you actually have to qualify for them. What qualifying for means is you have to either take a placement test or get a certain score on your SAT to qualify for these courses. For example, Rhetoric 101 and 102 and College Algebra and Plane Trigonometry, those courses are offered at junior year as dual credit. So since the students have not taken the SAT, they'd have taken AccuPlace or placement test, and they have to score a certain level in order to meet the requirements to be in the dual credit. And that's set by Triton, that is not set by us. So knowing that, it's hard to get into those classes unless you took classes along the way that prepared. For example, with the College Algebra, you'd have to take Honors Integrated 1, Honors Integrated 2, and then you'd be able to get in there your 3rd year. When you take Honors Pre-Calc, that would be the course that goes along with that College Algebra. So you really want to set yourself up to get into those courses. Same thing with Rhetoric 101 and 102. It'd be hard to qualify for those courses unless you took English, Honors English 1, Honors English 2. The nice thing is this year, because none of the students took SATs and Triton was not able to administer the AccuPlacer in the spring because of COVID, they actually are allowing students, if you have a 3.0 GPA or higher and you are enrolled in those courses, they're letting you automatically qualify. So that really helped. Out of all our students in our English ELA 101, 102, and our College Algebra, only 2 students out of all the students enrolled in those courses automatically qualify with GPA. So it's really helped this year. But in future years, students will once again have to place into them to qualify. We also have transitional classes at Ridgewood. A lot of times people don't understand this. What is a transitional class compared to a dual credit class? Because transitional classes are offered through the college. So they do, so there really are sort of college classes, but they are taken at the high school. Here's the difference. Transitional classes start with a 0. It's like 085, 099. And if they start with a 0 at college, that means they're not a college level course. But so why would they be offered at college if it's not a college level course? Well, it means that the students did not qualify or place into a college level course. For example, they did not place into a college math course. They took the placement test and their scores were so low, they have to take a transitional class in order to get into a college level class later. So that's what transitional classes come in. The colleges are now allowing us to offer those transitional classes at the high school so that students would automatically place into a college level math class or English class when they go to college. So we offer both a transitional English and transitional math class for students senior year. Now, these transitional courses will work for some four-year universities in the state, but they're mostly for community colleges, and they do transfer to almost all community colleges if you take them at Ridgewood. Now, these are important because 70% of two-year and 40% of four-year students entering college in developmental classes, meaning they have to take a transition class, do not graduate on time. And if you look at our community college, only 11% of students taking developmental courses earn their associate's degree, and 46% of students taking developmental courses complete a bachelor at four universities. So we want to make sure to get these transitional courses out of the way. And that way, even though you're like, oh, well, they transfer to four universities, they at least prepare the students so that way they will place, when they do take the placement test, that they will place into credit-bearing courses. So these are really good courses for students to take if they're not ready for those dual credit classes yet. Here's an example of a schedule of students maybe that do take transitional classes compared to the ones that don't. So you can sort of see on the left, you take a traditional student that did not take a transitional course. Well, now they go off and they do not place into a college level course. They may have to take an English 099 or a Math 085. And once again, they have to take those in order to get into second semester a credit-bearing English and math class, which gives you no credits, but it does cost money at these colleges. Whereas if a student takes those courses at Ridgewood, their senior year, now semester one, they'd automatically place into Math 101 and English 101, and then they can move on to math or English second semester as well and get their math and English done their freshman year. Over the years, Ridgewood has increased their offerings of dual credit, because once again, there is such a big benefit for offering for these dual credit courses that we want to make sure that we have the opportunity to give them to Ridgewood students. And you can sort of see last year, the number of dual credit courses students were enrolled in, and that number is going to be even higher in this year as we come up. Okay. So sometimes people ask, well, how many credits can a Ridgewood student earn? And an interesting question. And it's hard to really answer that because it's different for every student. Every student has a different pathway. So instead of trying to answer that question, I think it's better to look at an example of how many, a sample schedule of how many students this sample could earn. And this is once again why you want to know ahead of time what is a good path for students to take, because what they take freshman and sophomore year affects their opportunities to earn dual credit their junior and senior year. So let's take a look at this schedule here. All right, so here's a freshman year schedule. And as I went over a little bit of those dual credit classes that every freshman takes. So Project Lead the Way is actually, and then, so dual credit courses can be either 3 or 4 credit hours. So what that means at the college level, that's normally how many times they meet, how many hours they meet per week. So not all, so you'll see some of these will be 3, some of these will be 4 credit hours. So Project Lead the Way is a total of 7, 4 first semester, 3 second semester. You can sort of see PE is dual credit, and then computer programming is also dual credit, whether they take that first or second semester. So our freshmen can get 13 dual credit hours their freshman year. Sophomore year, they will get PE, once again, as dual credit, and then we have some other courses such as Introduction to Business. And you'll sort of see with Introduction to Business, the whole year is 3 dual credit. So you get that dual credit code comes up second year. Okay, so not bad for freshman and sophomore getting 22 credit hours. Now, as we move on to, and also you'll notice, this student is Honors English 1, Honors Integrated Math 2, which are not dual credit, but that's going to set them up for dual credit in the future. Same thing with the taking a language like Italian 1, then Italian 2, and so on. That will set them up for dual credit later. As they move on now, they can also take Honors Bio their junior year, which is a dual credit year-long course. PE, once again, dual credit. With math, if they, once again, that's a qualifying class for that to place into. First semester is actually Math 110, whereas second semester is of Honors Pre-Calc is another course. It's actually Math 114. So that's the situation where now this student will get 4 credits first semester, another 3 credits second semester. Then going down to your English, AP English 3 is sort of the same thing. It's actually ELA 101 is first semester and ELA 102 is second semester. Okay, this is huge because students can, in their junior year, they can actually meet their math requirements and English requirements for most colleges in that 1 year, junior year, and then not have to pay for them or have to worry about taking them when they go to college. Okay, if you look at senior year now, there's some other electives that they can take. Graphic arts is both dual credit first and second semester. PE is once again dual credit. You can see they take stats, which is actually another 4 hours of dual credit. If they, calculus is 4 hours of dual credit as well. We have incubator, which is a dual credit, English 4, and then Italian 4, and also Spanish 4. Either one of those languages, if they take that their 4th year, those are dual credits. So this student with this schedule ended up receiving a total of 22 their junior year, 26 their senior year, for a total of 70 dual credit hours. Now, what does that mean, 70 dual credit hours? Well, 30 credits is normally 1 year of college. So if you're a full-time student, that's typically 15 per semester, which would be 30 per year. So you can sort of see how this student would actually have almost 2 years of college credits completed when they leave Ridgewood. All right. So here's some questions that are asked quite a bit, about dual credit. And we still get these questions from students and we get them from parents a lot. And we want to make sure that, there's some myths about these dual credits out there, and we want to make sure that it's clear. Okay, so first of all, what if this is a big question we get. Well, these dual credits are through Triton. What if my student's not going to Triton? Should they still take these dual credits? Well, a lot of these credits will transfer to other four-year universities. Like those math and English classes, they're going to transfer to almost any university that the students go to. Some of the electives may be different, but a lot of those electives still will transfer, like Project Lead the Way will transfer, like University of Purdue, for example. So those are, some are different, but a lot of those will transfer. And we try to pick dual credit classes that will transfer to most of the four-year universities in the state. How do I check the number of college credits my child has? Well, your child, they will have a login at the college, and they can log in, and through that, they can see how many dual credits they have. So they can log in, they have a Triton login, and that's pretty much almost every student will have that Triton login. So they can look those up. Or if it's through Northeastern, they can go through their Northeastern login, and they can find the answers to those. What are fees? What are the fees for one course? Any dual credit classes we offer at Ridgewood, there is no fee. The colleges allow us to run them at Ridgewood at no cost to the school or to the students. If the students say we don't offer a course, but the students want to take it at Triton, Triton does charge the school a small fee. They give us a very good discount on that, but the students do not have to pay for that. Is there an application my child needs to fill out for dual credits? There is one application that students are that need to fill out. They need to fill out a Triton application, and we try to ensure that all students do that freshman year. So that way they automatically qualify for these dual credits just by enrolling in the courses. And then on the back end, Mrs. Davis takes care of that. She sends the rosters to Triton to make sure that our students that will get the dual credit for those courses. What are the benefits of dual credit courses? Well, we talked a lot about those. The benefits of them is that it really saves you money and it saves you time. There's been students that have gone off to college and graduated 4 universities in 2 years after high school because of the number of dual credit hours they've got during high school. Okay, if not, if your student comes in freshman year and takes advantage of our dual credits, they should take no more than 3 years to graduate college. What's the difference between AP and dual credits? Okay, so AP, you have to take a test at the end of the year. And on that test, you get a score of 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Some colleges will take 3, 4, or 5 test scores. Other colleges will take 4 or 5s. But it really depends on the college whether they accept these AP scores. Dual credit with a C or better, you earn that college credit and you have a transcript. You actually get a college transcript that you can bring to your college. So that is the difference between the two. So AP relies on that one test at the end of the year, where dual credit really relies on the C or better throughout the year. How many dual credit courses can a student take? Well, we saw that example where they can take up to 70. You know, that's maybe a stretch, but that's very doable to get that 70 if a student wants to work hard towards that. Can you use a dual credit, do dual credit courses towards college, towards graduation? Yeah, that's what it means by dual credit, is they get the credit for both college and for high school. Okay. And what is the difference between dual credit at Ridgewood and dual credit at Triton? It's really just the location. Once again, dual credit at Ridgewood, they take them in the Ridgewood courses, which right now most of them are in Zoom, obviously. But in the future, hopefully, you know, you have the in-person or the Zoom option. And then if they're at Triton, once again, a lot of those courses they're offering through, they don't use Zoom, they use a different platform. They're offering them virtually this year, but that's the difference, is really your instructor is a Ridgewood instructor compared to being a Triton instructor. So, right. So normally at this time I'd let you guys ask questions, but since this is being recorded, if you do have questions, you may contact me at any time. The email is elasky, E-L-A-S-K-Y @ridgenet.org, or feel free to call 708-697-5545. I always think it's good, the earlier you start planning on what dual credits you'd like your student to get, the better, and to maximize what Ridgewood is offering. Because once again, this is a great opportunity. I wish that when I was in high school, I had the same opportunities to get ahead in college and save time and money.